It's 8 p.m. and here are our top stories in 90 seconds.
My son was a good kid. Graduated. He didn't get to walk down the aisle to get his diploma. He had to go get it.
A young man with cerebral palsy brutally stabbed and killed in Aurora. Now, 7 years later, his grieving mother says she will stop at nothing to get him justice.
He took my child away from me, and I hope and pray somebody come forward.
Colorado is preparing for its first shipment of Johnson & Johnson's single-dose vaccine this week.
We need to make sure that everybody has access to this vaccine.
But our vaccination efforts cannot be offset by parties like this.
You go and see the video, and it's worse than most people could have even imagined.
Tonight, we have a reaction about the CU Boulder party that now has the attention of police. Plus, the clock is ticking for President Biden and Democrats to pass a nearly $2 trillion stimulus package.
It is essential that we deliver on this promise.
And a new state proposal aims at locking up firearms after hours.
This is about accident prevention, and this is about saving lives.
But a vocal opposition says it is a classic case of government overreach.
This bill is an egregious assault on our constitutional rights.
Good Monday evening, and thank you for watching Denver7 News on Local 3. I'm Jessica Porter. The heartache of losing a son carries a weight few know. It's a pain that's only grows with each passing year for an Aurora mother trying to crack the case of her son's murder. Denver7's Addie Guajardo spoke with the grieving mother, hanging on to hope that someone will come forward and help bring her peace.
It's here.
His little smirk on his face.
Where the memories come flooding back.
Just miss hearing his voice.
An awakened heartache only a mother can experience.
I was shopping. I get a phone call that I needed to come to my mom's.
When Mary arrived,
I'm seeing all these police and get to the hospital.
It was 7 years ago on this bridge above Sand Creek off East 28th Avenue and Wheeling Street, where Tyrell Ephraim's body was found in broad daylight. His mother remembers a pool of blood on this bridge. She says he was stabbed and left for dead.
I didn't even get the chance to talk to my son that day.
Tyrell was 20 years old and suffered from cerebral palsy.
I just wish I would have been here to save my baby, for real.
He was the baby brother.
This is his baby picture right here.
And soon to be a high school graduate.
No, my son was a good kid. Graduated. He didn't get to walk down the aisle to get his diploma. We had to go get it.
To this day, Aurora police detectives have not made an arrest or announced a suspect.
They got my son's file sitting on their desk, or PD. It's like not reaching out, like they don't care.
Denver7 reached out to Aurora police on Friday and again on Monday to speak with a detective about the case. We were told no one was available. Mary feels like the answer is out here.
Some keep telling me to come back.
But until an arrest is made, her heart can't rest easy.
Once I get some closure, then I'll probably feel at peace. But right now, I don't have none.
Addie Guajardo, Denver7.
Mary believes someone saw something, and she's hoping they come forward. If you know anything, please call police. You can remain anonymous and receive up to a $2,000 reward. A 14-year-old boy has been charged in the murder of Pamela Cabriales. The mother was driving home from dinner 2 Saturdays ago when she was shot. The 14-year-old's name is not being released. Denver prosecutors say he fired the shots while his friend, 18-year-old Nishan Johnson, drove. The first doses of Johnson & Johnson's COVID vaccines are packed up and on their way to help Americans in need. Today, workers at a massive Kentucky warehouse marked the first box with the message, "Get healthy." The first doses of Johnson & Johnson's vaccine will be administered tomorrow here in Colorado. State health officials expect the first package to arrive later this week, with the first doses being administered at the end of the week.
We know how long this year has been for the residents of these facilities, their family, their staff, It has been incredibly difficult to navigate the challenges associated with this pandemic. And the light at the end of the tunnel gets bigger and bigger every single day.
State health officials said today that every resident and staff member at long-term care facilities has received both doses of the vaccine. And as a result, the number of cases and deaths has dropped dramatically. By the end of the week, Colorado will have given about 1.5 million vaccine doses. Another 15,000 doses were given yesterday. More than 8% of the state is fully vaccinated. Boulder County is not letting CU students slide for a massive party this weekend off campus. Notices are already going out to property owners and evictions could come next. This is the party in question. You can see hundreds of students partying without any social distancing in sight. Denver7's Patrick Perez is in Boulder tonight with the punishments Colorado's finest young minds could face.
On a normal weekend, this would be a normal sight near the CU campus. During a pandemic, not so much.
You go and see the video and it's worse than most people could have even imagined.
Anna, who didn't want us to use her last name, posted this video of a party at the Block Apartments in Boulder over the weekend. The video, now seen by thousands, says it all.
Like the caption, "You're signed to come to Boulder," really just shows that like these people think that like partying and breaking the rules and endangering people is like a cool, fun college experience that everybody should be doing.
The party got the attention of Boulder police. They were called out here Saturday night to break it up. Anna worries about the implications this large gathering may have on the Boulder community.
I don't care. I don't care about a party. I don't care about Greek life. I care about the people whose lives have been destroyed and who continue to be destroyed for selfish people to continue to party.
You may not find it surprising that Anna has gotten multiple comments on social media from people calling her a snitch, criticizing her for posting this video. She says she doesn't really want to get anyone into serious trouble, but she just wants to bring attention to what she says is a common problem in college towns around the country.
I've just been slapped in the face with how many people genuinely do not care about other people.
14th Street, where the apartment building is located, has been a problem spot during the pandemic. In October, the city of Boulder issued a mandatory 2-week quarantine for 4 properties on the street for parties like this one. The city says most were associated with fraternities. CU Boulder is aware of this video. A spokesperson says any student caught violating a public health order won't be allowed on campus for 2 weeks and could face suspension.
I don't know how to convince people to care about people.
For some, this still seems to be asking a lot. In Boulder, I'm Patrick Perez, Denver7.
President Biden and Democrats will work hard over the next 2 weeks to try and pass their $1.9 trillion stimulus plan. It will be important they come to some kind of agreement because critical programs expire in 2 weeks. On March 14th, bonus unemployment benefits expire for millions of people out of work. The House passed their version of the bill on Friday, but we expect it to be changed in the Senate this week. At the moment, stimulus checks for $1,400 and unemployment benefits for workers and help for businesses are expected to stay. The main sticking point is the $15 national minimum wage. Today, our state released the winning art that will be featured on the new license that rolls out in the fall. This is what the front design will look like. Photographer Matt Nunez submitted it of Mount Sneffels near Telluride. And for the back, photographer Gabriel Dupont's picture was picked for Sprague Lake in Rocky Mountain National Park. Each will receive a $500 grant for their entries.
This is a common sense bill. You know, you talk to the majority of gun owners and they believe in safe storage.
A state proposal meant to prevent gun accidents, but those opposed say locking up guns eats up precious time in a crisis.
It would give criminals license to invade our homes and businesses.
Tonight, we share your 360 reactions to a bill that moved forward in our state capitol today.
It's like running to a wall because you can't get any information, you can't talk to anybody, you can't do anything.
Nothing but toll trouble for a Colorado man wrongfully charged on E470. That is until Contact Denver7 stepped in.
We had a mild start to the month of March, but wait until you see how many days will be in the 60s in the 7th day.
And coming up later, a Metro hospital is leading the way to help prevent opioids from winding up in the hands of teens.
We're trying to make modifications that decrease the need for those narcotic type pain medications.